All right, guys, so let's talk about what you need to do to actually get started in pay-per-call, some of the tools and softwares that you're gonna need access to, and really how you're going to succeed with this.
So I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors for this video, those OfferVault and Ringba. OfferVault's where you basically find what you want to advertise in the affiliate space, specifically pay-per-call too. And Ringba is hands out the best tool. You need it to succeed in pay-per-call from my experience, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into this video now.
So the first thing when it comes to pay-per-call, you first need to decide what you want to advertise, okay? There's a lot of different verticals, as they call them, or industries, you could say, right? So for example, you could do attorneys, like class action lawsuits, like attorneys that want to buy phone calls and leads. You can do insurance, which is a very popular niche or vertical. You can do home services, people looking for quotes on getting a new roof or new doors, right? There's a lot of different options you have, okay? Now, all of these can work, all of these will work. It depends on if you're willing to work it. That's really the honest truth. There's no best industry to start in. It's just the one that you choose to focus on and build a business out of, okay? Like what I like about pay-per-call versus drop shipping or SMMA or just doing SEO, for example, is you will build upon this business by building good relationships and doing good work. You get full transparency to what's actually happening with your phone calls, unlike when you're selling leads. You send the lead, they keep telling you to send leads, and then the next day they tell you to pause because they can't get a hold of the leads. With pay-per-call, that's not a problem, because with pay-per-call, you literally can hear exactly what's happening and see what's happening in real time. And more often than not, it's not so much what you're doing, it's what the buyer that you're selling to is not doing. And pay-per-call gives you the power to understand that. But like I said, going back to the first thing, you need to pick what you're gonna advertise, the vertical. OfferVault is one of the best places for this. OfferVault, you could just do a quick search and find OfferVault. We'll link back to it in the description. But that is going to be one of the easiest places to start. You can find every kind of offer you can imagine there, but specifically pay-per-call offers. The next is going to just be searching for affiliate networks, okay? A lot of affiliate networks are now offering pay-per-call offers, so finding these shouldn't be that difficult. You're going to need to go through a lot of buyers or networks of where you sell your phone calls to before you actually know who's good, who's consistently picking up the phone, who's also giving you the best price point, who's not being a pain in your butt when the calls aren't coming in, right? All these factors will have a huge impact on your business and your mental health with it too. And by the way, I'm dropping a free course that shows you everything from A to Z on how to get started in pay-per-call and to start making money by selling phone calls from paid advertising. The best place though, in my opinion, aside from OfferVault and looking for these things behind your computer, is to get outside and get in front of your computer in the real world, right? So going to Affiliate World, going to LeadsCon, going to Lead Gen World, going to Affiliate Summit West, going to Affiliate Summit East. There's a lot of trade shows that you can attend where you're gonna meet other people doing what you're doing, other publishers, or affiliates, as we should say, that are advertising these offers. But you'll also find and meet the affiliate networks, maybe even direct buyers that you could sell your phone calls to. And that's what's made the biggest difference for me, both in the affiliate space as a whole, but specifically in the pay-per-lead and the pay-per-call space, is building those relationships. Hands down, has completely changed everything for me. The second thing you need to do is you need to actually build the website, okay? Build the simple 2, 3, 4-step landing page, okay? Which is very easy to do today with tools that I would recommend, such as lead pages or Webflow or Go High Level, or even custom HTML if you're a developer, or you can get access to a developer, okay? All of these will work, all of them work great if you're willing to work it and optimize it. Now, all these will have their different strengths and weaknesses, right? For example, custom HTML, building something from scratch is going to be the fastest and the most customizable, but unless you're a developer, it's just not going to happen, right? Whereas on the other hand, like lead pages is extremely user-friendly, but it's going to probably be a little bit slower when it comes to load speed, and it's also going to be less customizable compared to custom HTML. Once you have your landing page set up, you've already set up your offer, right? The thing you're going to advertise, and you know who you're going to sell to, or at least have an idea of who you're going to sell to. Then next, you're going to need to set up your call tracking software. Ringba is a very simple setup. It can be as simple or complex as you make it. The further you go down the rabbit hole with pay-per-call, it will become more complex just by nature, right? But it's a super powerful tool. It completely changed the landscape of pay-per-call, and this will be the difference between you making money and losing money with pay-per-call. Ringba has the ability to track every function and feature of a call campaign from top to bottom, and you can actually manipulate and manage who gets calls in what order of priority based on how they're performing with the calls you're sending them, which means that, we all know not every buyer is going to be equal in the affiliate space, specifically with pay-per-call, where you're living and dying by them doing what they're supposed to do, picking up the phone, scripting the call correctly, and then closing, right? If that's not happening, that becomes your problem very quickly and it can get expensive for you. So the solution is to have the best call tracking software, which hands down is Ringba, and it's what I use and recommend for you too. Now, at this point, you've decided on what you want to advertise. You've probably gathered some buyers, or at least 1 or 2 networks to start with, okay? You've set up your landing page, you have your call tracking software in place. Now it's time to send traffic to your website. But before we can do that, we need to build our creatives, or as we call it, our videos and images that we're gonna test with our messaging to drive clicks to our website to then incentivize a phone call where we get paid, okay? So there's a lot of different ways you can approach this, but generally we like to start with 5 to 10 different versions or concepts and then multiply those out with slight variations of each, right? Take, for example, let's say I wanna test image ads first. The version 1, the concept of version 1, I will take that, and then let's say the background of that image is purple. Maybe I want it to be green, blue, pink, yellow. I'll duplicate the image with multiple color versions to just give a different look to it without creating something completely different. It's almost like I'm split testing the variable of color. And this absolutely works. This will make a difference. Will this make something that's losing a ton of money extremely profitable? Not so much, but it could cut your cost for traffic down 30%. And maybe that's what puts you into a healthy margin. In other videos, I cover creative split testing and how we do it ourselves. But remember, this video is just about why you should do pay-per-call and how to get started, okay? After we have our creatives or our images and videos ready, we've written some ad copy, basically the text you're gonna see with the ad. Now it's time to set our ads up. Now, there's 2 main options that I would recommend starting with, either Facebook, which is gonna be a little bit more user-friendly. In all honesty though, it's been a little volatile for the last 1 to 2 months for pretty much everyone I know in this industry. Or YouTube. And YouTube is actually what we've been focused on learning and mastering for the last month. It has not been the easiest thing I've done. I've been media buying and running ads for 10 plus years. It's definitely one of the most challenging things with a quick learning curve of how to get YouTube to work. But I know for a fact that once we finally get YouTube dialed in, it's gonna be the most scalable. And I say this because everyone I know that's doing higher daily volume and calls than me, they're all using YouTube, if not only YouTube exclusively, and not Facebook like 2 or 3 years ago. Now, we may think that it's just off to the races at the point, and it is, right? It's time we start running our ads, it's time we start driving traffic to our website, it's time we start generating phone calls and making sure we're getting paid for the ones that convert. But this is just where the fun starts, okay? Because you're gonna go into a whirlwind of highs and lows, I can only promise you, from here out, of managing and monitoring the performance and driving a healthy margin on a consistent basis. This is normal. This is the journey of the affiliate. This is specifically the journey of a pay-per-call business, and one that I'm super excited that you can get started with. In order to succeed from now on, it takes regular time and attention to not only manage and monitor your campaigns on an hour-to-hour, maybe even minute-to-minute basis, depending how much you're spending, depending how you're scaling. But in the background, you're gonna be rinsing and repeating, finding new buyers, vetting new buyers, and testing new buyers, while you're also working to tweak and optimize and improve the performance of your creatives and your landing page to always drive down a lower cost phone call with a higher quality with the best buyers possible. That's the name of the game. If you do all these things on a consistent, regular basis, you're gonna create consistency in this business. One of my favorite things about pay-per-call is you get full transparency and insight into exactly what is happening with your buyers, okay? Like I said, it's not like a lead campaign where you send the leads, you see the raw numbers of what it costs for you to produce the lead, how much you get paid per lead. We are actually doing something very special here. We're getting full transparency into the operation of the buyer and how they're monetizing the lead more or less, and how they're converting or closing. So this gives us the position of power where we can call out buyers if we see they're not doing their job, right? Because this is very realistic. We've had plenty of buyers where we sold leads to that just didn't call the leads enough times to close enough of them, right? The same thing is not going to happen for you in pay-per-call, because you're going to see everything that's happening from the time that phone call is produced, okay? So I hope this gives you a good idea of why pay-per-call is awesome and why you should start doing it too. It's one of the fastest growing industries of the affiliate space, and I believe it's only going to get bigger from here, especially with upcoming regulation changes in the US about how we can and when we can contact consumers illegally, because it's becoming very expensive if you continue to bend the rules or break the rules when it comes to how we can communicate in the US with text message marketing, outbound calling, and all the other things that people have used to drive business, to drive industry, to drive margin on a large scale for the last 10, 20, 30 years, okay? So if you wanna learn more about pay-per-call, make sure to like and subscribe, because I'll be putting out regular content on pay-per-call, on affiliate marketing, showing you and helping you to do it the right way for yourself.